You drive in and forget about all your problems. You were in Neverland. It was a fantasy.
The days were filled with magical childhood adventure experiences. Playing tag, watching movies, eating junk food, anything you could ever want as a child.
It's like hanging out with a friend that's more your age. Secrets will eat you up. You feel so alone.
I want to be able to speak the truth as loud as I had to speak the lie for so long.
Some bombshell allegations laid out in HBO's two-part documentary, Leaving Neverland. HBO and HLN, they share the same parent company, Warner Media, we should mention. Two men say Michael Jackson sexually abused them at Neverland Ranch when they were children over a period of several years. Jackson's family denies those allegations, though, calling them a, quote, public lynching. And they point out that both men in the past have denied that Michael Jackson molested them. Let's go back now to the famous Neverland Ranch. You can see it there. You heard from the HBO clip that the 2,700-acre property was like a dream, a fantasy even. And in 2009, we got to tour the estate, giving us a glimpse of life at Neverland with Michael Jackson.
Miko Brando, the son of the late actor Marlon Brando, spent much of the last 20-plus years at Michael Jackson's side. He was our guide, taking us through Neverland Ranch. Miko, you've spent a lot of time up here. This place is so big that obviously this isn't just for decoration. This train station was a real train station with a real train.
Real train, steam engine train, large one. He had used it for years to get from the residence up to the theater and the zoo.
Which is about a quarter-mile away. Above this fireplace, Miko, was there a tribute to Catherine?
There was a plaque there that he had made for his mother because he named the train after his mother, the Catherine.
So the train was actually called Catherine. A lot of people would come up here just to hang out, you were telling me earlier, because, of course, there were, as there are around the entire compound.
Before you'd reach the train, you'd stop here and have your cappuccino if you want, ice cream, candy, candy apples, all the candy you could think of before you'd ride a train over to the theater.
Michael would put on videos on each of the monitors. Would be the same video.
He'd put videos and cartoons. Whoever wanted could sit here and watch them on all these screens and sit here and eat your candy, eat your, all the sweets you'd want. And the kids would just hang out here and watch videos all night long.
And this is just a minuscule part, obviously, of the compound here. One small portion of it where people would come and hang out. The outside, here's where the train would come through, Miko, and the marks, you say, sort of show how much it was used, huh?
Correct. That just shows you how much steam went through underneath there. And every time you'd blow the whistle, that would, that would have the effect on the brick right there.
You say Michael used to
blow the whistle, yeah, right there, and make it loud. You could hear it over the whole valley. You could hear it over the whole property. Once that whistle went, you knew the train was here.
Then he took us inside the 13,000-plus square foot house Michael Jackson lived in. One of the things you see around here is the Sycamore logo, because Michael Jackson bought this pretty much intact in terms of the main house.
Correct. Yeah, this was the logo of the previous owner. It was called the Sycamore Valley Ranch. So all over the property you see these little sycamore trees.
And you say that Michael first stayed here when he was working on a video with Paul McCartney. He just came here and was basically put here, and you say he just couldn't get it out of his mind.
Correct. He stayed here when he was doing the Say 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 video, and he enjoyed it. He liked it. He wanted to buy the property. Then we went on tour, and during our tour, '88, the bad tour, he had bought the property and said, "Hey, Miko, I got the ranch."
The ranch. This room is what?
This is the living room. Piano used to be over here with a bunch of photos on the piano. A castle he had built sitting over here. Living room chairs, furniture, sofa, the TV on the wall. He had a beautiful marble front here in front of the fireplace. He had the Oscar that he got that was standing on the right side of the fireplace.
The Oscar from
Gone with the Wind?
Gone with the Wind, that he apparently paid $1 million for.
Yes, sir.
Inside the house, 13,000 1,000 square feet. Miko, you say that this was a spot like any family. This was the spot where you hung out.
Yeah, this was the focal point of the house, I think. We would all meet here. My father would eat here. Michael would eat here. Everyone would meet here. We'd watch TV with the fireplace here. Sit here on the bar stool here with a kitchen full of food. Video games here on the table. A flat screen TV here on the wall. We had a nice furniture. Everything was very warm. Music.
You say your father, you and Michael used to sit at the table over there for hours?
There's a round table here. I think we're about 6 or 8 chairs. I think 8 chairs. And we used to always have our meals here, most of our meals here. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If we changed it, we'd eat somewhere around the property. But this was basically where we would all meet and talk about our day here at Neverland.
As for Michael Jackson's bedroom, you're looking at the doors, and you can see the locks on the doors. Miko, privacy was key in this room, obviously.
Yeah, he liked his privacy. When the doors were open, you know, it was okay. But when he locked, he wanted his privacy. He had his privacy.
This is one of the bathrooms. There are 2 bathrooms in this suite, and this is the area where Michael Jackson also slept sometimes. There's a staircase up there and a small bedroom upstairs. You say he slept on both levels?
Yeah, he slept wherever he felt like sleeping. He'd crash out, so he had a choice of 2.
All right, let's swing around here. This is a massive bedroom suite. Let's get to all of it. Here is the view. It's gorgeous. You were married out there. Obviously, it doesn't get much better than that for a view outside your room.
No, we had a great, there was a gazebo out there by the tree. We got married there. Everyone was out there. It was beautiful. The flowers, the grass, everything was just immaculate.
When you look at the house now, Miko, it is unfurnished, obviously. Give us a sense how different it was fully furnished.
Oh, it was the place. I mean, I've seen a lot of houses in my life, but this was the house.
There's been a lot of talk about this closet. It is massive, and in the corner of it is a secret compartment or secret little area. And Miko, you said this was sort of a safe room just in case.
Yeah, this was just some place, you know, in case something ever happened. It would be where he'd go.
For you coming back here, what are you feeling?
Numb that I wish he was here, and I wish numb.
And joining me now is Ted Rowlands, who was on that tour. You see him reporting there. He's now with CourtTV, which is relaunching in May. Welcome. You know, looking back at this, obviously, I feel like it's an overwhelming sight. Obviously, you know, this is a fantasy land per se.
Yeah.
And now seeing, you know, allegations. Obviously, there's been talks for years, but now allegations coming forward, and you've got this documentary coming out. What are your thoughts now after reflecting?
Well, it's interesting. You know, we did that 10 days after Michael Jackson died. So it wasn't, we were thinking Michael Jackson, the icon, not the alleged child molester. And I covered the case in 2005 where Wade Robson actually testified in Santa Maria for Michael Jackson, getting on the stand under oath saying, you know, he did nothing. So putting it in that context, it was a just unbelievable experience to see Neverland, because you have this kind of feeling like going into it that it's going to be like Graceland, or it's going to be gaudy or weird, but it's just gorgeous. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and it has that sort of Disneyland-ish feel with the carnival rides and all the rest of it. But in the same ways that, you know, it's not like adults don't like going to Disneyland. So I had a great experience there, and really it was very compelling, and you really saw the great taste of it all.
There was one piece of that tour that you checked out, a secret room in a massive closet. Kind of tell us about that.
In Michael Jackson's closet, basically in the back end of it, it had double deadbolt locks, and then this little door where he could go in there, and it was basically a safe area. If something had happened at the ranch, the idea was that anybody there could find a place to hide, specifically Michael.
And now with allegations coming forward, is that raising any red flags, or?
Yeah, of course now, and you know, with this documentary coming out, there's a whole different filter, right? You're looking at it in a different way, like, oh, secret compartment in the closet where he, you know, who knows? The bottom line, who knows? It's having covered the trial and hearing the rumors year after year, and now seeing the clips of what Wade Robson and Jimmy Sachek are alleging, it's compelling, and I'm looking forward to watching it.
All right, Ted Rowlands, Court TV, thank you so much.
Thank you.